What's up, guys? This is Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 13 match in Red, or the Regional Elite Draft League, taking on our good friend Nacho and the Detroit Teravolts. Very scary team, very scary matchup. You guys will be seeing this before my match with Vic goes up, which is my Week 11 match. So the outcome of this essentially determines if I make playoffs or not, because I don't really expect to win against Vic, and I need one more win to absolutely clinch playoffs for myself. So that's what we're playing for here. Let's run through Nacho's team really quickly then. Tapu Koko Z user, Halucha, Victini, Blastoise, Stelmize, Mega Steelix, Zygarde 10%, Silvally, Illumise Z user, Furfrou, and Cradilly. I was not expecting Delmise, Illumise, Furfrou, or Cradilly. None of them came. I thought he would bring 6 of the 7, and Mega Steelix was the one that took the bench this time. Not very surprised to see that. I'm a little bit sad to see the Silvally, though, over the Mega Steelix. I think Mega Steelix would have given my team less trouble than Silvally will. So in terms of that, I'm bringing pretty much a counter team to the 7 Mons that I was expecting him to bring. So I do think I have a good advantage going into this. We're physically defensive, thick fat Miltank for banded Victini, basically takes V-creates for days. Physically defensive Shookaberry Klefki to eat 1,000 arrows from the Zygarde and hit it back really hard with a foul play. Mystic Water Spadef Araquanid. Main job of this is to deal with the Blastoise and just get big hits off. Also, if he's special Silvally, I can deal with that really well. Assault Vest, Spadef, Dragalge. This is my Koko answer, and a special Victini answer if I need it, but sub 3 attacks Megalakazam, really fast. It's pretty much my only offensive mon is the Megalakazam. And I'm bringing a Spadef Koba Berry Buzzwole, so I should be able to eat an Acrobatics from the Halucha and deal a ton of damage back with Thunder Punch. I should also be able to eat a Brave Bird from the Tapu Koko, but I don't have the best way to deal with it. It's kind of a decent check to Zygarde 10, but realistically I don't have a great answer to Zygarde 10 on this team, so that's a little bit scary. Either way, I'm going to lead off. What am I going to lead off with? I can't actually remember what I lead off with here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to lead off with my Dragalge, expecting the Tapu Koko lead. That's what I'm going to lead off with. As he does lead the Tapu Koko, and I bring up my Dragalge here. Sludge Wave seems like a pretty safe play turn 1. We obviously don't know what Silvally type he is, but if he's Silvally Steel, then that's good info. As he actually turns out to be Silvally Ground, Mega Steelix would have done the same thing, and we get the Poison turn 1. So, not huge damage. I wasn't really running the calc to see if he was Spadef or not. I mean, multi-attack's still going to do a ton to me, so I figured it's best to keep my Dragalge healthy for the Koko and go right into, I think, Buzzwole to eat the multi-attack. And he's actually just going to Parting Shot, so again, safe plays sort of all around, him predicting everything and stuff like that. Miltank's going to come in here on the Victini as he shows to be special. Not doing a whole lot of damage, gets the burn, doesn't matter. I am running Seismic Toss as he shows to be the Life Orb. So, very good info that we know that he's Life Orb. We can sort of chip this Victini down pretty easily here. He obviously doesn't have recovery on it. And that was a big thing that I noticed in prep, is that his walls didn't have recovery either, especially considering he didn't bring the Delmise. So, we're sort of in like the Blue Flare Milk Drink play range of plays here. And this turn, I believe he's going to switch instead of doing this whole Blue Flare thing and trying to hope for a crit. And I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks. I think it's a decent play on whatever he wants to bring in on me. As he is going to go into the Zygarde as I get up my rocks. Not a horrific play in my opinion. I want to say I go for the Seismic Toss here as he brings in the Koko. I don't. Okay, so I go into the Buzzwole instead, which is what he was expecting, and he's just going to Gigable Havoc me. I am like max Spadef though, so I live that hit, and we get to go for the Thunder Punch, which is some decent chip, honestly. I'm just going to sack off the Buzzwole. It's really doing nothing at that range. There's nothing I can roost on. Maybe the Blastoise, but would I want to roost on it really? No. Oh, excuse me. Because I am a bulk up roost set, so opt to just not roost, and we're going to go with that. Bring in the Dragalge here as he goes into Silvally. I predict that this time, and I go for the Surf. Really not big damage. I mean, it's not adaptability boosted, but really just not what I was expecting. This time I did expect him to Parting Shot out, although for some reason I don't know why I expected that. Is he's just going to get big damage off with the multi-attack. Like, rocks were up, so he was living one more Rock Switch in because he's a ground type, but I'm not sure what else he would have had Silvally Ground for, I guess. So we are just going to kill him with the Sludge Wave. Dragalge picking up a kill. Dragalge is now weakened for the Coco, but I can still eat a hit from the Coco, so I'm going to save this and keep it. Rakunen's going to come in here. He shows off the Dragon Dance. That's actually fine with me because it means I get a free hit off. And if he has Outrage, he has to lock himself into a Dragon move, and he actually just goes for the 1,000 Arrows, chips me. That Liquidation was a roll because I am Mystic Water. And so I could have just killed the Zygarde right then and there, but unfortunately life doesn't work that way, and he's now going to lock himself in Outrage, which obviously is going to kill me at +1. Gives Klefki a free switch in here. I could have gone for Spike. I was considering going for Spike just for some chip, but instead I'm just going to knock this thing out with the Foul Play, really. It's not worth me trying to deal with Zydog later when it's such a big threat to my team. Blastoise is going to come in. I know this thing is going to spin here, but I'm just going to go into Miltank. There's really no reason for me not to just go into Miltank here and try and go for a Toxic on this thing. So he's actually going to switch in the Coco on the Toxic, which I'm perfectly okay with. Chipping the Coco down even further is like a benefit to me, as he's going to show off Taunt right here. So I knew I could eat the hit. I went for the Milk Drink and Taunt. Not a big deal. It means the Coco is getting chipped even more from Toxic. Obviously, I can go into Dragalge here, eat the hit. I definitely eat one more Thunderbolt. That was a high roll on the Thunderbolt there. Oh my goodness, excuse me. So I get a big Sludge Wave off on the Blastoise for free. He's going to go for the Surf instead of Scald, which I thought was interesting. I'm just going to opt to get up a Light Screen here. We take no damage now. I think I go for the Para here. Yeah, I went for the T-Wave there, which is really good play on my part, I guess. Or really bad read on his part, really. Going into Victini on the Thunder Wave, and then getting fully paralyzed. I mean, this Victini is essentially useless now that it's paralyzed, so I'm perfectly okay with that. Lets me get Rocks up again. More chip on the Coco is always nice. More chip on the Blastoise too will be great as well. Seismic Toss, I can just Seismic Toss this Victini down. Blue Flare is doing nothing through the Light Screen, so perfectly okay with that. I think I just clicked Milk Drink this turn. I can't remember. I think I clicked it. Yeah. Coco's obviously going to die here to a Seismic Toss as he goes for the Taunt. So, I mean, I just get a Seismic Toss off and the Coco is going to die. At this stage, he has to go Hawlucha, which he does. And I'm actually just going to opt to chip him down because I'm trying to get a free switch into my Klefki. And I think I end up sacking off Dragalge this turn. Yes, I do. To the high jump kick of all things, so there you go. No recoil damage from him. Klefki's going to hit the Thunder Wave, which is pretty clutch. If he ran Limber, then it didn't really matter. I knew that he wasn't Limber, so all I had to do was hit the Thunder Wave, because we saw that he got the Seed boost. There's no reason he would ever be Seed plus Limber. That doesn't make any sense, because Megalakazam still outspeeds it. So, now that I have the Thunder Wave, Megalakazam still going to outspeed it. I'm fine with just sacking the Klefki here to the high jump kick. Not a big deal. If he got fully paralyzed, I would have set up a Spike. But now Megalakazam can come in. I go for the sub here, thinking if he gets fully paralyzed, it's not a big deal. I get a sub up for free, which he does. And if he breaks my sub, again, it's not a huge deal either, because I don't need the sub to win at this point. Megalakazam's just going to be able to Psychic this, kill it, and now I'm still behind the sub, which is really good because it means Blastoise has to come in, takes the Rocks chip, it's going to take the Psychic damage, it's not eating 2, Spadef drop doesn't matter. So I'm actually a little bit surprised the Surf broke my sub. Megalakazam has really good Spadef. Not the best HP stat to back it up, and then Victini chip from the Rocks, and it's just going to die to the Shadow Ball. So we pick up the 2-0 win over... Oh my goodness, I can't believe that I had Dawn on that entire time because I was playing on my work computer. Oh well, that's what happens when you don't pay attention. But pick up the 2-0 win over Nacho. I mean, it was a pretty straightforward game, honestly. I played pretty safe the whole time. My game plan was wear his stuff down with a lot of bulk, which I managed to do pretty effectively. I think Miltank put in a lot of work with the Seismic Toss damage. Dragalge put in a ton of work as well. Getting the poison on the Savali ground was huge. And then Megalakazam was just able to come in and clean up, which is kind of what I was expecting and hoping for. Coco was like a thing that I was scared of being scarfed, and it was dead. Hawlucha, we paralyzed. What was the threat? Excuse me. And Zygarde we dealt with, so it didn't matter. So that is going to finish out our season, in theory. I actually never updated my record on OBS. Are you kidding me? My red record. Okay, then. We are now 8-4 plus 18. Sorry about that. You guys have been using the wrong record this entire time. my record before I played Adam. We're 8-4 plus 18. The worst we can do is 8-5 plus 12, which is still a really good record. So I'm happy with how I've performed this season. Again, we still have one more match against Vic to play, our Week 11 match. But from then, we will be heading into the playoffs after we've picked up this win here. There's no teams below 6th place that can get up to 8 wins, so I'm guaranteed to be able to get into playoffs now, which is really solid. I'm very happy with that. Top 6 guaranteed is pretty big accomplishment in a league of 14, and hopefully we'll make a run for a promotion spot throughout the playoffs there. So again, that's gonna be for me, guys, and I will catch you guys for the next match.